Welcome back to Relationship Wednesday. It's now Retake. We've been talking with a gentleman about closure, the effects of that, the importance of that. They told me that you've got to have a closing ceremony. That's according to one gentleman, Ismail, said that's why you need to do that, and you've got to do it respectfully before we took the break. And now we want to hear from the ladies who are joining us on Retake what they think about why men leave and whether closure is important and the effects of closure on the next relationship. We're joined here by these beautiful ladies. Please introduce yourself, starting from my far left.
Hi, my name is Melba. I love socializing. I'm a USA alumni. Yeah, and I love making friends.
All right.
Yeah.
Are you dating now?
Yeah.
In a relationship?
Yeah, I'm dating.
Okay. How important is it for closure whenever there is a breakup? How important is closure?
I think it's important because one, you can be able to make good decisions in your next relationship, and then, yeah, as time goes by, when you don't do closure, then things are going to turn up really badly because you might end up comparing the other person, and things will not go very well.
Okay. So I'll have the lady closest to me, the one in blue. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
All right, go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name is Kate. I'm an artist.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. How important is closure?
Very important.
Do you even know why men leave?
Now they have all the flimsy reasons for leaving.
Okay.
But if a man has a flimsy reason to leave you, that means they didn't love you. They were not in love.
Okay.
They just went into the relationship because either you're too hot, they want to show you off, and then when they realize you're a bit, maybe your character, their character, your behavior, they don't go well with theirs, they call it off because he had not invested in anything.
All right.
Yeah.
How does that make the lady feel?
Bad, of course, and you feel wasted. Okay, when a lady loves, a woman really loves. So if a woman was in love with that man, then for some reason he thinks he has seen, mostly they break up because they've seen someone else.
Okay.
Men rarely break up to go out there and just be on their own.
All right.
They break up because there's someone else somewhere.
And I'm going to get the opinion of the man on that. He's shaking his head. He doesn't agree with that. But let's have the third lady.
My name is Rachel Moneki. I love traveling. I love eating. I love experiencing different cultures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think about what the men were saying, their reasons for leaving?
Personally, I think they got it wrong. Nowadays, it's the women who are leaving because they don't think men are not matching up to what the women are expecting. Like,
Okay.
you find in relationships, the men are no longer present. They're too busy with their boys. They're in the sports person. As in, they are busy doing everything wrong. So the women are the ones who are living nowadays, not the men. And that's why we have so many single moms. We have so many divorcees. They're called divorcees.
You don't think that the single moms are a creation of men who left?
Yeah, that's no.
It's the
because
moms
they
who
cannot
left?
put up with the men anymore.
Okay, Steve, what do you got to say with this lady? They say that men don't really invest in a relationship. That's why you leave.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Men really invest in relationships. When I'm dating you, I'm very
Mentally,
serious.
financially, emotionally.
In every aspect. I'll take you out for dates, we'll go for coffee, we'll go at Panari to ice skiing, we'll do everything.
Yeah.
That is not investing.
That's not
That's
investing.
investing.
No.
That's investing. I'll spend my time with you.
That's
And what?
financial.
Let me
I'll introduce you to my friends. I'll introduce you to my family. If I think the
That's
relationship
not
is headed
enough.
somewhere, what's enough?
You know, for a woman, we want someone who can protect the relationship. We want someone who can profess what you feel about me, and want someone who can provide also.
What do you
So-
mean by protecting the relationship?
Like, okay, I'm in a relationship with someone. You bring extras. You bring all sorts of disrespect. You bring all, like, nobody wants that. So, like, this is us inside here, but you're creating loopholes for people to come in and destroy us. So in the process, we get destroyed and we sink.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said something about you want somebody who professes that love. So
Yeah.
you want to hear the
Yeah.
person keep on saying that they love you.
Yeah.
I think love is action. Because I can tell you I love you, but I'm not doing anything. I'm not spending time with you. you know,
Like-
I'm not investing. I'm not
Is love
investing
action?
fully. Yeah, love
Like
is
Or
action.
is it
Professing-
emotion?
They come
Professing is not-
together. You
yeah.
have to say it, you have to show it.
Yeah.
But you know, I can
You
say
have
it
to
and never
feel
show
it.
it.
That's another
Or I
thing.
can show it, but I don't mean it.
So for the ladies, which is their key definition of love? Is it an emotion? Is it action?
Both.
But
It's both.
they
You're gonna
can't go
use your-
without each other.
Yeah.
You have to
go
tell
to-
me
yeah, you
you
have to
love
But
me.
now the men, they focus, like Steve is saying, you know, he's focusing more on the action part of it. Like, I've taken you out for dinner, I've taken you to the movies, I've bought the coffee.
But
and all
even my
that.
dad can take me out for dinner. My friend can take me. So what's the difference between my dad and you?
All right.
Because
That's
I
what I'm
love
looking-
you and I say
that's
I
what I'm
love you.
looking
You see, that's the thing. The thing is, your dad cannot look at you and tell you, like, I love you. Yes, he can say that, but you
Yeah.
see, the way he loves you is more different than the way I will love you.
I know, but
So what are the
This-
reasons? What are the genuine reasons, if I may use that? What are the genuine reasons for a man to leave a relationship? I want to hear that from the ladies.
I'll say cheating.
If the lady cheats,
Yeah.
then he has credible reason to leave.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
If his values and the lady's values, they're not in line, I think it's a reason,
Okay.
because you're set for life. So if I believe drinking is wrong and you're always drinking, we're always going to be at loggerheads. So
Alright.
yeah, it's a reason.
Okay. What other reason do you think?
I think ladies do tend to have like men being there. You just have to be physically there. So if your man doesn't be there, if he's not there, then it's not possible for a relationship to work. Another thing, if you
You're
don't,
talking about why a lady would leave, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Just go ahead.
Uh-huh.
Just go ahead.
And,
Let's also hear what
another
why.
thing, if you have not set any relationship goals, you see, you can't be in a relationship and then you don't know what you want to do years to come or months to come. And
I think that's what they interpret as pressure.
I don't think so, because the moment you enter in a relationship is like work. You have to be there. You have to set roles. You have to be there. You have to understand each other and actually talk about what will happen after this. Okay, after certain years, how we going to go on? Are we going to get engaged? Are we going to get married? Is there anything for me?
Ignatius, is that very comfortable for men to do? At the initial stages, you're beginning to relate and you need to set goals. Is that very easy for men to do?
Initially, I think it's not possible for men to set the goals because, you know, men do these things by just testing the waters first to see the lady's character.
No, I'll want
Whether
to add
the
this. You see, there's the intention you come in with in a relationship, and most of the time, you might find I can come with a good intention. Like, I'm looking at a relationship that will lead to marriage.
To marriage.
Because it reaches a point whereby the dating scene is just getting like the usual things, normal. You are here today, after some few weeks you are somewhere else. So once you come into that relationship, are both of you having the same intentions? Are both of you looking at the same thing in this
That's what she
relationship?
says, that you've
Yeah.
got to set goals.
Yeah. You see, another thing is also, if I know my intention, and I believe her intention is also in par with mine, I wouldn't set goals or anything. I wouldn't start saying I need a serious relationship. You see, but once the intention is there, okay, this is the thing. I'm coming to you. This is what I want. My plan is not to have to date. My plan is to have someone that I can marry. You get me? So once you tell her that the intention and she accepts that, you see, that's the starting point.
Talking about those relationship goals, you know, sometimes I see men, especially when they've grown older and they feel that they need to settle down. So they come in, they're very clear about what they want, even when they get into a relationship. So they come in and they meet you today and they're already planning. This is February 2017 and they're thinking, look, I want to get into this with you and by October, I would like to have a wife. And sometimes women begin to draw back and they're thinking, I wanted friendship first. Then the man leaves. Is that valid? Because he was very clear about his goals from the beginning. He wanted somebody to marry and you're not ready, so he just feels like he needs to go. Is it valid?
I think that's a wrong approach because I don't know you, you don't know me. So there's no way you come into a relationship. We don't even need to start a relationship. We need to start a friendship. So we are friends first.
What do you mean
Then
by the friends first?
By
Do you
friends
sit down
first,
and say,
I mean,
look, can we be friends?
we're like, okay, I like you, you like me. I would like to be in a relationship with you. Then you say, before we get into a relationship, let's first be friends. That way, you're not going to break up after 2-3 weeks and then you're like, you're not what I expected. You're not what I thought. So you form a friendship. When you're in that friendship, you will learn a lot of things about each other.
What are the rules of that friendship? What makes it different from a relationship?
No romance.
No romance?
None.
Is that sustainable for the men?
I think what she's saying opens up space for.
Can you just hold it here and then, all right?
Yeah, like I was saying, I think what she's saying opens up space for pretense in the so-called friendship. Because if I come
think so too.
Because if I come and tell you, hey, hello Melba, I'm looking for a wife, but I want us to be friends first. So if Melba likes me, she's going to pretend to be the good friend so that she can become my wife. Or if I really, really want her to be my wife, I'll pretend to be the so very good man so that she can see me as an
Because there's
eligible
something
bachelor.
already tied up to it.
Yeah.
It's more like a probation period, right?
Yeah.
And that's why I'm asking, are there any rules that are different from there than the relationship? So there's no romance. But then within that period, can you really get to know who this person
Yes.
is?
No.
If you're observant, you
I
will.
don't think so.
You will.
You don't think so?
Personally, I think you can be someone for 3 years.
Intimacy
But
You gotta
level.
know somebody for 3 years?
no, I'm saying personally, I think you can know someone for 1 minute and get married, but you'll still get to know more things about him. You can still be someone for 10 years, 12, and when you get married, there's still some aspects you never knew
Yeah, but
about
at
him that
least
are
they're-
going to come out.
But at
Because I
least
think most
there's-
people, when they're dating, they pretend a bit. I want to be like, I don't know if he snores. I don't know if like he doesn't know how I live when I go back to my house, and I also don't know what he does when he goes back to his house. So you find when you start coexisting together, it becomes like now.
It's a very different thing.
Yeah, it's a.
Now,
So it doesn't-
earlier on, Ismail said that when we want to have closure, there needs to be a ceremony. Do you agree with that? And is that very easy for the ladies to take? Like, I've called you out for coffee, and I've called you out because I want to break up this thing in a nice way. We started as friends, so let's close it as friends. Is that very easy for a lady?
No,
It's not?
it's not easy. First of all, ladies, when they have such kind of ceremonies, they're so much into emotional stuff, so you can't even really face him when he's telling you such kind of stuff that you're breaking up, that this is going to happen. It's not necessary for me or for any lady to have a closing ceremony. If you've ended things right then and there, it's supposed to be.
How are you supposed to end it? On a text or disappear, just stop communicating, send somebody
No,
to tell her that, you know what, tell her I'm no longer interested. How is it supposed to be done?
Okay, you just can meet up, but not necessarily in a hotel or any fancy thing.
On the road?
No,
As if you meet by the road and then they say, you know what, it's over.
Probably go
Just do a note,
a note.
small note. And then
Does that
just-
really make it easy?
I think I disagree with her. Personally, I think if you are man enough to ask me in person to go out with you, then you should be man enough to break up with me in person. And for women, maybe sometimes after that, you just go do breakup rituals. Maybe you burn some clothes, you tear up a few things, then like you move on.
Don't you think the closing ceremony will lead to a rebound?
I don't think so. Like,
A
let me
rebound
tell
in
you,
what sense?
let me
Okay.
tell you with women, what I've seen with most women is that the moment a lady sheds the last year, she's worse than a grenade. Like, she is dangerous. That's it for her. So even if you
It's
go back
done,
to the
done,
yeah,
done.
it's done. Like when you shed the last year, that's it. Even
so where
if
is she supposed to share that last year?
okay,
she
like
just finds her
most
own place
women,
somewhere?
that's what I'm saying. Most women will start shedding those tears when they're in the relationship. So by the time you're getting to the point of breaking up, your heart is already healed halfway. So by the time you get to that ceremony of breaking up, you are.
What if
You see,
it is something that was very sudden? You didn't see it coming. It's not that he's not been picking your calls, because men can also be very diplomatic sometimes. They can know they're not interested in you, but they do not want to break your heart. They're aware of that, so they keep on hiding that until the day that they want to just pull the rug from under you.
Trust you, before you do that, they usually have a hint and
Yeah.
they will start telling you what is going on. they'll just know there's something going on the other side.
Women have a very strong
They
intuition.
have a very strong
Yeah.
intuition. Yeah.
Trust me, you can. Yeah.
But
So
let's,
that's the thing. So by the time you're actually calling them, there's a way you'll just tell, oh, well, bless me. And she'll just start asking herself, hey, what's up? Kuna shida gani ama? You see. So the thing is, they already know exactly what is going to happen.
but
Does
like
that scare you, Ignatius? Does it scare you that all your moves are known?
Yeah, it really does. It really does, because once you start planning on doing that, maybe also she might even plan to do some counter attack on you. So that's
But you want to break up.
Yeah.
So if I want to break up and then you decide you send that to me early on, I should be happy, right? Because all I wanted was the relationship to end. Or is it also the fact that somebody feels good that I'm the one who broke it up?
You see, that's another thing also. Like I said earlier, you see, you might be psyching yourself up to go and break up with this person, not knowing that this person broke up with you like a week earlier.
That should be a
She
good
was
thing.
just there, like she was just filling the space that you're texting.
Don't
she
you
texts
think
back.
that makes it easier? Or do you have to have the bragging rights of I'm the one who broke up?
But-
It makes it easier
But no-
if you're the
but-
one who said
but no
it.
coming.
But you see now the person to come out first and say it, that's where the become an issue. Even if I wanted to break up with her, but she's the one who came up and at first and told me about the breakup, man, it will hurt me.
Tell me what goes on in the mind of a lady when somebody says it's over. Why that reaction? What goes on in the mind of a lady at that particular point?
Personally, I think you start asking yourself, is it someone else? Like, did I do something wrong? Most ladies will start blaming themselves. And that's why it's important to find closure, because it's good to know whether is he moving on, what happened exactly. But most ladies will start blaming themselves, I think.
Does it make it easier if you realize that there was somebody else?
No,
It doesn't make it
yeah,
easier.
It makes it worse.
Um, What if it was just the man having his own issues and he says, you know what, I feel like I'm struggling to be in a relationship. I feel like I've got a lot of things in my life that are not working and I've got to fix that. And so he feels like he needs to leave. Does that make it easier?
No, you're in a relationship so that you can share all the things that you're facing, yeah? You can be able to explain the problems that you're having so that you can see whether you can sort them out or you're going to discuss about it, than rather saying that you're breaking up because you have your own issues. Okay, in a relationship, you're supposed, if anyone has a problem, you talk to each other, you communicate more and understand more. Everyone faces any kind of problem, yeah? Anyone can face any kind of problem unless you have issues. That's when you're going to break up and say that I have issues.
All right. But what reasons do ladies have for leaving? We've talked a lot about the men leaving, but what reasons do ladies have for leaving?
Not being there as a man, external factors,
What are the external factors?
gossip, anything.
Gossip,
Yeah.
men, gossip.
Okay, a lady can come. My friend can come and talk to my boyfriend and tell him, she's this kind of a lady, and maybe if your boyfriend is easily swept by such kind of talks, then your relationship wouldn't work at all.
All right. What are the reasons that a lady would leave?
Cheating.
Okay. So that
I
comes
think that's
right
the
again.
number one.
That's the number one.
Yeah.
All right.
Then if they don't respect you. And another reason is if they don't love you, because you're going to see it. They don't know how to hide. So you'll know when a man doesn't
What
love
if it
you.
is just their own expression of love? You know, some people, somebody grew up in the village all his life, and then he comes into the city when he's in college. His core foundation, there was no romance. There's no
Yeah, it doesn't
public
have
display of
to-
affection. They were not used to hugging. They were not used to being affectionate. And then here he is in the city. He may be doing well. So all these expressions, he struggles too. Would you judge that as somebody who doesn't
No,
love
not
you?
that way. Personally, if a man loves you, he will respect you. He will not try to put you down. He doesn't have to hug you and kiss you and do all those sweet things. But from the way he treats you, you will
Okay.
know.
All right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take your final thoughts. Again, I know the gentleman did that, but I'm going to take your final thoughts as we wind up on Retake. We start with you, Steve.
So like she's mentioned about men loving, I think there's a need to understand the 5 love languages, so that if you're with a man who's from the village, they express their love differently from a man who's been brought up in town. So the moment you understand how Steve loves a woman and how Melba loves someone else, then you'll be at least on the same platform, and there'll be avoidance of all this conflict and disagreements and disappearance.
So you feel that somebody has to learn their partner?
Yeah, learn your partner's love language.
All right.
I think communication is a key pillar in any relationship, such that when you're going through anything, I'll come to you and talk to you, and you'll also a two-way communication. I also think friendship is also a good, trust is also important, and I think understanding your partner, like you said, where it's coming from, and also having a common goal. Like, we are two different people, but we can learn to coexist and compromise on each other. So, yeah.
All right.
Love and relationship is all about compromising and also commitment, because at the end of the day, there are some things that you have to give up for your partner.
Okay.
So most important thing is communication. Another thing is trust. Most of the relationship nowadays just ends because, you know, like,
there was no
I
trust.
have an issue, a trust issue with my partner and all that.
Okay.
And another most important thing is also try to put yourself forward. Don't hide yourself. Just say whatever, the person who you are in the beginning, so that once this lady decided to take me, she knows exactly what kind of a person I am, what kind of a person she's dealing with, than trying to hide yourself from things. And then, you know, with time, things will just come out. They'll come out, yeah.
All right. Your final thoughts?
I'll say we should get into relationships for the right reason. And everything else we are talking about will be avoided. So if you're in that relationship because you feel you like the lady and you think she'll be a good companion or he'll be a good companion, you can stand each other. You can compromise in a lot of things. All the reason we are saying for breaking up, you can compromise in all of them if you're in it for the right reasons.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So for me, I think relationship, it's all about arguing and understanding. So you have to seek the balance between the two.
Arguing and understanding.
Yeah,
That's a very interesting view.
Yeah. So if you live by just arguing throughout, that's going to be a very nasty breakup. But if you live in just only understanding without bringing up a plot, then I think that's not going to work, because all of you are going to ask each other questions. Why am I into this? Where are we going?
You think that if a relationship doesn't have some friction, it is not real? That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
All right. Your final thoughts?
I think relationship is all about communication and just being there for each other and understanding each other and being you. Just be you. Don't be fake. Just compromise each other. There is no relationship that doesn't have ups and downs. So in every relationship, you should understand, you should love each other, and just be there for each other.
That has been Retake. We've got to hear from the ladies what they think about why men leave, whether that is really valid or it is not valid. We've got to hear also from the ladies why they would leave. If you think that closure is important, let me know. We still want to hear from you on our social media platforms, KTN Life and Style. That's our Twitter hashtag. And then you could also go to the KTN Life and Style page on Facebook. Let's get to know. Let's keep the conversation going. 22840 is our text message number. You want to be a part of the show, write us an email on lifeandstyle@standardmedia.co.ke. We're taking a short break right now. We will come back with Crystal Okusa on Style My Wife, Style My Hubby. Don't go anywhere.
You like the shoes?
No. Actually, I would prefer if he's in maybe Air Max or Air Force when he's in casual. He has been buying Timberland. Ikizeeka, he goes for another one.
Unapenda Timber sana.
Sitaki kuziona.
Kusema tu ukweli, Timber naipenda. Wanga nasikia nikiwa BA.